I'd like to call to order the meeting of, May meeting of the Zoning Hearing Board. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Actually, before I introduce you and have them introduce the board, I have actually something I want to say. I want to explain what the zoning board is. A lot of people don't understand what the zoning, in Upper Chichester, we have a zoning officer who is appointed by the Board of Commissioners, Mr. O'Malley. One of his jobs is to administer the ordinances in accordance with its literal terms. When he sees or hears a violation, he immediately investigates the complaint. If he feels it is valid, he issues a citation. This is where we come in. If the person or persons does not agree with Mr. O'Malley, they can appeal the decision of the zoning officer to the Zoning Hearing Board. All of the members you see before you have also been appointed by the Board of Commissioners. We are, however, an independent board. When a case is given to this board or comes before this board, this is straight out of the book, we shall not communicate directly or indirectly with any party or his representative in connection with any issue involving, except upon notice and opportunity for all parties to participate. Shall not take notice of any communications, reports, staff memorandum, or other materials unless all parties are afforded the opportunity to contest the materials so noted, and shall not inspect the site or its surroundings with any party or its representative unless all parties are given the opportunity to be present. In other words, we are going by this book, the zoning book, and the testimony that we hear at these meetings, at these hearings, to make our decisions. In my over 30 years of employment in Upper Chichester, I've worked with many commissioners, township engineers, and Mr. O'Malley on numerous projects. A few of them being the Zoning Ordinance Revision Task Force, the Upper Chi, Lower Chi, and Aston Township Committee to help standardize our ordinances. And I've also helped with getting the clock for our town square, which I hope will soon come back. During all my years for the township, I've had a good working relationship with all the commissioners. They've never tried to influence me or the board, with the exception of one. That being said, I'd like to introduce Mr. Ranamati, our solicitor. Sorry, John. Who will introduce the board and call the continued case.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the Zoning Hearing Board meeting of May 2021. To my immediate left is Mr. Howard Mosley. We have Mr. James Bullfelder. We have the chairman, Thomas Simpson. We have John Marconi. And we have Pamela Andrews. Mr. Chairman, shall I read the first matter that's on?
Yes, please.
Continued from last month.
Thank you.
This matter continued from last month, and it is the application of the proposed boundary variance request. It is applicant here this evening is to explore the job of Mr. Simpson. Hitesh Patel, doesn't that? Mr. Patel is seeking variances of our zoning code, section 100-57A, subsection 1, to allow for a side yard. There we go. To allow for a side yard and rear yard setback abutting a residential district to be less than the required 15-foot buffer for a lot with a depth of 150 to 199 feet. The side yard existing buffer is 0.6 of a foot. The proposed is increasing it to 4. The rear yard, the existing buffer is 1.2 feet. The proposed buffer is increasing it to 10. Section 600-65A, subsection 4, to allow a detached commercial building to be set back 34.3 feet in lieu of the required 50-foot setback from the side yard on the west side of the property adjacent to a residential use. The existing west side building setback is 9.4 feet. The proposed west side building setback is to be enlarged to 34.3. Section 600-139 to allow 13 off-street parking spaces in lieu of the required 18 off-street parking spaces. The proposed use is a drive-through only restaurant and will have no indoor dining for customers. A pickup window is also provided for online orders. Then under section 600-150B, subsection 3, to allow 3 menu signs in lieu of the permitted 1 menu sign. The project proposes side-by-side order points to maximize efficiency for the drive-through operation and to reduce drive-through queuing. Council is here this evening. Tyler Terrio, if you'd be so kind to introduce yourself.
Mr. Goodman, can I take the mask off?
Yes.
Members of the board, good evening. We are here again, continuing from last month's meeting regarding the Dunkin' Donuts application. Just a reminder, it's zone C2 by right. We are here today to address the board's concerns regarding 2 issues: the rear yard buffering concern, and I believe Mr. Marconi had issues for the code here in the township. We brought some options for you guys to look at to hopefully. That being said, I'd like to call our witness today, Anthony. Good evening. My name is Anthony Cacanagro.
Sir, did you testify at last hearing?
I did, yes.
And would you recognize that you're still under oath? Is that right? Very good. Thank you.
So, yeah, as we presented to the board last month, we went through the various application that allowed. But the main item of concern was this rear yard setback. The plan right now is proposing to set back 10 feet from your property line to the curb line at the rear of the store. Today, there is if you're familiar with that site, there's an existing auto body facility there, and the building pretty much abuts or is close to that back property line with some paving, and that setback today is 1 to 1. There's really no buffer or setback provided along that rear. Chain link fence that has some minor screening to it, but essentially there's no green, there's no plantings, etc. This is the rendering that was presented to the board last month. And as an update to the plan, we looked at one of the concerns we had was there are overhead wires along that rear property line that we were trying to avoid putting landscape plantings on. But after talking to our landscape architect, we were able to put some arborvitae, slender, tall arborvitae trees, along with an 8-foot opaque fence along the back property line. I provided some photos of what a similar installation will look like that Mr. Patel has done in other stores. See how we'll be improving the rear yard here, providing this fence of 8 feet permitted by code, and providing the arborvitae along the frontage of that fence, additional barrier and drowning out sound and things of that nature, help even improve that buffer further. That's what the plan here is presented to approve. We're adding, again, a row of arborvitae on the back here. We are extending that arborvitae to also provide some screening. Trash enclosure top here. As Mr. Rose said, we do have some options of trash enclosure that we can do. I'm going to hand out again. If you have questions regarding this, but again, those opaque, 6-foot high, with no visual of the dumpster within the enclosure. And again, there are 3 options, so each kind of option that has
Thank you. Thank you.
That's, the only thing I would add, Anthony, is that right now, if you look at the example of the fence, that's a 6-foot fence that is a code, it can go up to 8 feet.
No, is that a plastic fence? Vinyl fence? Opaque or solid? Won't be able to see the headlights through the fence. Plus the trees will be there also. Before we go any further, let me give the dial-in number. If anyone out there wishes to have any questions answered or has any comments, it's 15717 48021 126 566 081 pound. I'll give that number again at the end of this. Is that
Essentially, that to the rear yard.
members? Start over, Howard, are you good? Nothing?
Yeah, two questions. Just a few. The parking spaces, they're strictly for employees?
There are some also, as mentioned in the introduction, there is a pickup window in the building here that is provided for that online order. So if you do want to order a beverage in advance, provide for a pickup, you don't have to wait for the drive-through line. You can use one of these parking spaces.
Oh, get out of your car.
Get out of the car and pick
Oh,
up.
I see.
But primarily, it is employee use, and there is currently no seating area for the interior.
Got that, yes. And, that's fine. Signage. You're putting up 3 signs. Where are they at?
So the menu board, again, splits into 2 lanes, maximize that efficiency and extended queue. So this allows cars to utilize more stacking in this area. Outside lane of the menu board, and then And then there's the third pre-sell board in advance, optional. It's not necessarily required by company, but it is something.
Do the people in the audience want to see where he's marking? Okay, can you show it up, please? Please, thank you.
There are sheets over there. There are copies of the-
Well, they can see this right up on the, yeah. Yeah.
Sure. So, I'm not sure if the screen can move down a little. Very hard. So, apologize, but this is the rear yard, offering and the arbor lighting that I just. And secondly, full, side-by-side drive-through lane here. Out where the movement of the drive-through. And then lane, there's a main. Thirdly, there's a pre-sub board that, let's see. Agree on the application. So.
Guess my question was more, when I heard this, I thought there was 3 road signs.
No.
But, so you're just having the 1 road sign?
That's correct. Sign in the front. But the menu for the sign only.
Oh,
Great.
that's all I have.
So, council, thank you for remembering that I brought up the trash can. So my concern, obviously, when I looked at the plan initially, I see this residence adjoining the property with the trash can. It kind of looks like it's in there, right in there. Obviously, they were here at the last meeting, and they had no problem with that. So I have, 2 concerns. One is that we bring business into the township, and the other is that people surrounding that business they're not always going to be happy with the business, but they're comfortable. And obviously, hopefully, we're going to hear tonight if there's any concerns. As a couple things, I'd like to see an 8-foot fence back there. I don't know if that was in the
Yes.
2 more feet. It helps, light. It's not going to do a whole lot for sound, but it will help a little bit. And I like that idea, especially because headlights are going to be pointing right towards the rear yard. So that would be nice. I like the arborvitaes. I'm a fan of them. The trash dumpsters, I guess any one of these works. I mean, they look good. I guess at that point, that would be up to Mr. Patel what he would want to put in there as far as for looks.
Yeah, if you could keep that material the same as you make the back fence.
Yeah,
So they look-
it's
they
aesthetically
look nice,
pleasing.
yeah.
I mean, it looks nice. This is nice. I like the concept. I like and really, I mean, the plan to this point, I think what I'm looking at here, I don't have any issues with it. The only thing I know we talked vaguely about lighting from the rear out, because you're going to have to illuminate this back driveway somehow. So,
All lighting will be,
Well-
so proper shielding will be there.
yeah. Will it be front facing, which would be ideal?
It's downward, typically downward facing. Just
Yeah.
Straight down lighting, so there is one light on the back.
Okay,
Drives lighting.
okay. Nothing off the back of the building spotting. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, obviously back here, you get that light. Yep, I see it. Yeah, and does this fence, from what I see here, does this go around the perimeter?
Yeah, so the fence right here.
Yes. Yeah, I see that.
Way down to the residential district line is around right here.
Okay,
And then below this line is commercial. And above this line is residential. We'll run an 8-foot fence on this entire stretch of residential.
yep. And that'll be 8 foot all the way around? Okay. Yep.
Yeah, because you have it on the back and it comes down, so kind of that L around the corner here.
Now, how about the other property? On the west side, yep.
Well, this is a commercial zone, so again, we don't currently show a fence here. We are adding some green area, but we're not.
Is that a residential use?
It's residential use, yes. Commercial district, so the requirement is 15 feet. Sorry. Requirement is a building setback of 50 feet, and we're providing 34.3. So since this is a commercial property, our building setback has a 50 requirement, but there's not a parking setback requirement to a residential use.
I believe there is.
You would have no problem putting the fence there?
Would you have a problem putting a fence there also? Because I believe our ordinance says abutting a residential
Residential use.
property or use.
Yes.
A fence there wouldn't be an issue.
Okay, good.
Lights on that side? Or lighting right there. I'm sorry, you see here, that appears to be a light pole.
Yep.
And again, what are your hours of operation?
5 to 8, I
5
think it was.
a.m. to 8 p.m.
Excellent.
Right. Yeah, and like so this is zone commercial, this property. So I guess, I don't know if I don't know if technically I could go there, but I kind of got the sense that both of these properties were owned by the same person.
Seem like they are because they share driveways and everything.
Yeah.
They're technically not, okay. Yeah, because I think that the residents that were in this house here to the west, they were here and they really didn't have any concern with anything.
Yeah, they haven't had an issue with the fence, and I'll get a letter from them saying.
Well, my only thing is, I mean, we're here now. If
It's a
this property is,
residential
yeah,
It's a residential use, you have to put a fence.
yeah, I'd like to see that. You know, the next guy, you know, if they sell and, you know, you get somebody moving in and then they're back fighting that there's, you know, residential use. So other than that, I'm okay with the plan. Thank you.
The two drive-throughs, they're side by side of the main board, you intend to both drive-through and not make one of them, as one business is asking it a mobile app pickup? Okay.
All right, again, I'll give that number out before I go out to the audience. Find where I did with that piece of paper. What was that number?
It's on the agenda.
Just while you're looking for that number, I would
It's
just
on
like
the
to
agenda.
mark, the fence as A6.
Please, thanks.
Okay,
Chairman,
it's
with your approval, they're approved into evidence, or they accepted?
accepted.
Thank you.
Now, again, that number to call in, 157-174-84021, 126-566-081 pound. And now we'll go out to the audience while people are calling in. Thank you, Joe. Anyone for or against this application? Yes, ma'am.
That we have to get her up to a table.
Yeah.
That's good.
Would you like to sit here?
Yeah, that's good.
That's fine. Here, I'll move out of the way.
I live at 462B on Chester Highway on the right-hand side of this building. And I am section C2 and R2. I have a question.
Madam, would you be kind enough to take the oath, please?
Oh, sure.
Do you agree or swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you
Yes,
God.
I do.
Thank you.
My name is Deanna
She
Brown.
did.
I'm on the right-hand side of this building where you intend to put the drive-through. I am 34 feet from your building to my property. And there is,
This is your, this is
that's what you're showing there, yes.
setback.
It is 34, it has an island. It's 34
It's a new
feet
building
from
coming
this
in.
Old building to my.
To the old, yeah.
That's
From the existing building.
From the existing building. Now, where is your building going to be? My home. And you don't have to, you have a 20-foot drain. There's a drainage easement that comes diagonal through your property. You're not allowed to build on that. Like on that. Ordinance or not, I was told you did.
Madam, that would be handled under what they call the subdivision and land development part with the planning commission.
All right.
And then they would approve that or not approve that.
So my question is this. As you see my house, I have on the corner in the back. And so if the building is moved up and you have these speakers in the back, you are right at my bedroom, Tina's bedroom, all in the back, all along that. Which is going to be very disturbing. And you also have two lanes on there. And you are coming almost right up to my property line. I can't say that. I have to live there, and I 4749, 50 years. I grew up across the very dedicated to it. Also, see where your C2 and R2.
Our property is fully seated.
Pardon me?
The property here is fully. Yours is.
Not on the plan in media, C2. Your property. Part of it is C2 and part of it is R2.
That's not true. We have a zoning map.
Your name, Mr. Bradley?
Yeah.
To address Ms. Dina's concerns, we did a decibel study for the boxes, the drive-through.
Oh,
And you're saying you're only going to my residential, not my commercial.
We would mark it as A8. Did you give that?
They did not.
Okay.
I only have.
We'll see in it real quick.
And you have to understand that you live here. In the previous years, we've had an automotive shop. They have usually have no cars under 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. There's never any loud noise or anything. That means that if you put this up there, we're gonna have radios from cars coming in. We already have it on the highway. I can hear the cars on the highway with the radio. We're gonna have loud voices. Speakers. And you're also gonna have people in radio motors, that they live on the highway, honking their horns. It's gonna be very disruptive to all of us who live in that area. That's for Mr. Mayor. So I think that's something. Especially since you're so close to my house. And you were talking about the trees, the overhead, those trees do grow 20 to 30 feet. Because I have them in my yard.
Only property maintained in the township will developer maintain.
There are, there are my complaints. You have ordinances, and you're asking for almost everyone's ordinance for the footage to be moved.
Improve the existing condition. Condition has. And it was what we did with any boards and speakers that are going to be involved as part of this drive-through. They're provided from a company named automated line control actuator, so line, et cetera. But just as example, we have some
If you could show,
rings showing the level of
I will say this, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to be woken up by someone saying, hey, I take your order. That's what's gonna happen. 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night, I'm not even gonna be able to stay on my deck, let alone be in my own bedroom because of the noise. And I don't think any one of you would want that in your backyard.
is that your house there, or is your house down the bottom?
No, my house is right.
Her house is on the bottom of this
The
room.
bottom, okay.
Is that twisted?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Can we rotate that? Go back to the orientation we've been.
there you go.
this shows the outside menu board placement, approximately 58 feet. This is Bradley's house. And what the exhibit shows is an ISO ring that shows 32 foot from the speaker of a decibel level of about 54 dBAs. Look at what a 54 dBA, and that's just at the curb line. We have another 25 to 30 feet to the building itself. At that 54 dBA point, we're talking about sounds similar to a refrigerator hum or moderate rainfall per season. There's not loud noises or heavy cars actually near them. And again, it's actuated by control with those tones, so they can reduce the sound. When you get to, I'm going to tell you what the menu board will be equipped with sound control barriers, reduce, by the time it gets to your house, it will be below the 50 foot decibel. Where the faint noise to soft whisper type EVA levels that are out according to standards. DC guidelines. So as you're talking about the distance between the speaker to adjacent properties, into the property line with the added screening, the events that were proposed, we would expect that there would be limited noise. At the very least, noise you'd have a difficult time differentiating.
How wide is this? That's how wide.
7. Right here.
Didn't bring my glasses.
Building length is approximately.
You're saying it's there.
One of the issues with this, that you're on our 24. If you were to make the setbacks requirement, if you don't pre-existing.
I want it for my life or any.
I got an answer. Let's do this. I said, I'm consulting engineer. You can, they can install noise attenuating fencing that will take away probably almost half of what the noise you were what they calculated here in dBA, decibel A scale. You can probably cut that in half. So you won't hear much of anything on your side of the property unless somebody blows their horn. I mean, God, you can hear that a quarter mile away almost. Some of these crazy cars, but I think they can see this vinyl fencing is a very thin, transparent vinyl fencing, not a visual transparent, but sound transparent. They can install a high decibel cutting noise abating fencing. They have it. It's very thick, and you will not hear, hardly half of what you think you'll hear now on their calculations. Like what?
At your property there, where is this drainage at, and what's like, do you have any drainage problems? When heavy rains or
Yes,
storm
we
up
do.
or anything like that?
We have my yard flood free.
Show me on that picture where your drain is
No,
at.
I will show you on the map. May I approach? This is the property we are proposing to build on garage. This garage was added on. This is my property. I am. It is up.
This way.
So the water is draining this way, this. Water is coming. We have a great lake here.
So as part of the project, we landed on in front of the building. This property here. Modified, adjusted. Used for parking and driving.
Will you be tapping into that pipe at all?
There's an inlet along Rochester Highway that connects into that pipe.
Underneath the contract. Is that what you're gonna tap into?
Tapping into the inlet.
You're tapping to the electric. Or no, I know where it is.
If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be an open drain, maybe 2x4, 2x whatever, 2x5. So that, to Ms. Bradley's, concern, that's probably gonna alleviate some of the problem, because is there anything there now on that property? Is there water,
There's no stormwater management.
no stormwater management now, so
Everything sheet flows.
everything just flows to that corner. Kind of a low spot, and that's kind of why it lays there.
And they, might be higher.
So what
Even though we have a concrete ledge about this high, it flows over into my property.
correct, so what this is gonna do, Bradley, is that is actually gonna alleviate that puddling, ponding of water, because now it's gonna have somewhere to go.
Right.
So prior to the, improvements done to the property, there was nothing there to alleviate stormwater. So,
Not to my knowledge.
right, so at this point, because of the footprint of the property, once we blacktop and concrete paved, at that point, you have to do something with the stormwater.
Yes,
Correct.
And that would be.
Right, and
part
so
of-
that,
part of
so,
that. Yeah,
so that wasn't something that you were just gonna do, that's something that you have to do.
that's correct.
Impervious, thank you.
The impervious cover
So, I mean, treading lightly on your concerns, you know, that is gonna alleviate some of the water, I guess through engineering and planning. They studied the effect of driving on top, I would imagine, this concrete pipe. I'm sure all that on prior, correct? Through engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll be presenting the planning commission. Where it goes.
So,
Anyone else in the audience for or against this applicant? Seeing none. Anyone online that wishes to make? Oh, sorry. I'm gonna bring it back up. Thank you, Drew.
I just wanted you to show me, I know you're saying that there's a 10-foot, border of barrier. Is that, where exactly is that 10 feet from? The part that's in light green? My, again, I'm not against it, I'm just gonna make a comment on work that you've done. My only concern is this, and I don't need to say this, I'm not saying this in a negative way. I salute the work that you're doing, and quite frankly, I think that the restaurant itself, or donuts, is actually going to do quite well. And I think that it's going to do probably better than any sections that we're looking at. So here's what I'm talking about. You know, for instance, where I think cutting the parking down from 18 to 13, I think down toward the bottom, they were talking about having 4 of the spaces, you know, reserved for the mobile parking. But with the information that I picked up, I see that you're working with PennDOT to make a turn-in, I guess like a turn-in lane from 322. And I'm going to say it like this, and again, this isn't negative. When that lane gets backed up, and what I'm saying, if you guys have ever been to the Starbucks out in Edgemont, I think on 352, right off of Duttonville Road. You know, sometimes like during the morning, that little Starbucks, that line is crazy. Basically scale that for 322. That's a great thing for you. As the township, is that going to affect the residents coming in and getting out? Because even if you look at it from a vision standpoint, if you ever driven up to Glen, it's perfect. There is no Dunkin' Donuts there. And I'm someone who
early in the morning, I would be one of the people that are going in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if the place did ultimately 7-figure volume. I don't think it's going to be, it seems like now when we're convincing it, I'm just saying when it blows up and are we going to be able to handle it? Especially coming through. Is that gonna have an effect with the people traveling less? Then how is that gonna affect? That's my only concern. My last concern is just because of that volume, with this, I would certainly suggest that you get as big as possible. I mean, unofficially, I guarantee it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, and this is a good thing. You guys are going to do a lot of good business, and you're probably going to make some of the other Dunkin' Donuts mad. I just don't want it to affect overall residents, and especially.
Do you have a number on the amount? I calculated 12 cars could be in the, before it gets to the Conchester. I don't know if you have calculated that or not. I just real quickly did it for a standard car. And I don't know how the decel or the decel lane, I guess it is, to get in.
How about the lane coming out? You got to flow in, you got to flow out.
Working with PennDOT.
Yeah, that's true.
Engineer regarding that now. I'll tell you that we did some traffic study with PennDOT. As far as the stacking concerns that are being, the idea with this side-by-side configuration, familiar with these facilities, the problem with stacking always occurs because of the amount of time it takes to pick up order from when you place it. A lot of times there's not enough stacking to provide that wait time. So this radius, this dimension to the menu board, to the cash window, to the pickup. Side-by-side drive-through configuration is assigned to McDonald's, similar things, configuration in the drive-through. Key here is to maximize the stacking from the order point to the pickup. That's where the delays are. Out of here into the stack. You're providing from the menu board forward a lot more stacking occurrence, whereas sometimes you don't have as much. Out of that, you are providing, to your point, 12 to 13 cars on site in advance of to get to the Conchester Highway. So the entire stacking, from the pickup window all the way out to Conchester, is upwards of 22 spaces. As the traffic study is done, the traffic queue analysis study that the sites, even the newer ones, reflects the maximum stacking of 14 to 15 spaces. All that information was provided as part of the review done by PennDOT and the traffic engineer.
Are you familiar with the Chick-fil-A and Bouquet?
Isn't Chick-fil-A, they're changing.
But I mean, they have the very same setup where they have where you have 2 cars coming this way.
Yeah.
And then as they leave the order menus, they kind of converge and then they pay and then they come out.
Right.
And I've been in there, they stack up pretty good.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. It's not a Dunkin' Donuts. I don't see the same volume as a Chick-fil-A.
No. Real quick question. Dunkin' Donuts, you don't cook the hamburgers or anything there, right? You're going to have some kind of breakfast sandwiches, right?
Yeah, just microwave.
And they're microwave. So it's going to be coffee, donuts, and microwave sandwiches. I think that'll go pretty quick.
I have something quick. Can you get to the 322 bottom, please? So can you show me where the Bradleys driveway is? So that's where the driveway comes out.
So, as everybody's aware, 322 improvements. Current- This is planned for that, so this current line is in line with the PennDOT current line, well, I'm sorry, edge of the stripe here is in line with the prior current line. We're working with PennDOT to allow this right turn lane. We're gonna adjust their drawings to work with this right turn. And if Ms. Bradley's aware enough, she provided the plans to reroute her driveway for that 322 work to another location.
So that's something that she might not even be aware of at this point. Okay. Okay.
My driveway will go from where it is now to a break around up to Garfield Avenue where it used to be,
Okay.
and it'll be closed off there.
So,
So that's my,
As the road will remain as is, right turn lane back to 322, right turn lane plan. So we don't have to rebuild it.
Yeah, that's just, I know. Okay. Are you good? Are you good, sir? Yeah.
be incorporated into the property.
All right, sir, sorry to jump over.
There were some questions, and I guess this is this C2 or is this actually a mix?
C2.
Or it's all C2.
Anyone online? For or against? We have anybody, Drew?
There's an alley
No? Okay. All right, yeah, we're gonna close testimony and we'll take a 5-minute recess.
I believe we're up to A8 now. A1 through A8.
Yes. Okay. Hey, let's go quick. Done in a half hour.
always ask comments.
Yes. I don't know. What's the other one?
I can.
Everything inside of that folder.
I got my 20-year certificate. I've only been since 2014, but I got my 20-year certificate. I've been on a 20-year certificate.
Yeah, let's.
But I don't even have an idea. I can't get the code.
So you know.
Okay, yeah, let's,
Okay. Back on. Okay.
Now, Mr. Chairman, would the board be inclined to vote on this application should the applicant agree to sign a waiver of the right?
We would.
I signed that.
Let the record reflect that we had a signed waiver of the right to receive that. Now, Mr. Chairman, would you lead Mr. Carlin's, what the proposal is by the board? Grant all the variances, is that right?
Yes,
Grant all the variances,
With-
but subject to certain safeguards and conditions, is that correct?
correct.
And may I read those safeguards and conditions?
Yes, please.
The board is inclined to grant the application of the applicant. Following safeguards and conditions. One. Fence and all residential. 8-foot fence along the driveway property would be. Number 3. Hours of operation shall be no earlier than 5 a.m. No later than 8 p.m. No later. 5. That all premises of the right be maintained.
Say aye.
This application,
Well, go individual if you want to.
Joseph,
Just want to get that sound.
Attenuating theory. On her property.
hey, John, excuse me,
Yes,
Chair.
yes, Mr. Murphy.
Can you explain just real quickly to Ms. Bradley what we're looking for on her side with,
Mr. Holfelder proposed that should the fence be sound continued, that this would provide you with certain additional protection. And the fact that that fence must be sound continued.
We could do it. We could, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed? Seeing none. Unanimous.
Thank you, members of the board. for your time.
Before we close, we have WP Boothwin LLC has asked for continuance indefinitely. That's somebody that was supposed to be heard tonight. They've asked for continuance. And I just figured I'd put that out there so everybody knows.
Yes, if anybody's going to, if anybody's here this evening to see that application or participate in it, you're not going to appear tonight, and you'll have to watch the advertisements for the fund that will be scheduled for this. At the behest of the applicant, sometime in the future.
Okay, meeting closed. Thank you. Let's see. That worked out.